What's up, everybody? Look, it's time for another Average Mindset Monday. Listen to me today. I am coming to you with tools in this video for people who lead, for people who have followers, for people who are influencing people, for people. If you have someone that pays attention to you, that looks to you for something, that comes to you for advice, that you mentor, whatever that may be, this video is for you. And so here's the thing I want to start off with is there's going to be about 6 things in this video that I'm going to talk through on how you can get to a better place in your life and lead better, right? And so these are things that you have to take care of for yourself. So the first thing is, as any leader, y'all have heard me say this before, you cannot be attentive to other people unless you're attentive to yourself. Now, what's that mean, right? And I'm going to pull this mic close so that way y'all can really hear me. So it really means that you have to understand where you stand with yourself. What are your strengths? What are your opportunities? What are the things that you're not so good at? And in this particular case, I'm not saying for my corporate America people, well, I'm not really good at data. And so I have to work at data. That's not what I'm talking about. For you to be able to care for other people and lead them in the right direction, I'm talking about some things that you have to address inside yourself for you to get to that next level, for you to really become the best leader that you can, right? And so as we look at the self-awareness inside of ourselves, the number one thing is I want you to look at is always refining and developing your communication style, enhance the communication style. And so here's what I mean. A lot of times in the past, I should say, man, thought I was leading people down the right path. And I'm like, you know what? My method on how I communicate is the best. And here's the thing I want you to understand. The best leaders learn how to articulate. Your leadership is only as good as you can break it down and articulate it to somebody else. If people don't catch the message, they'll never follow the method. But here's what I'm saying for that, right? Understand your communication style. For me, I'm very direct. So I used to just straight shoot you right in the heart. But I understood that this doesn't necessarily hit with everybody. See, there's a lot of people out there who say, just give it to me straight. Just tell me what I need to do. But they don't really want that, because I've had plenty of people when I give it to them straight, when I tell them how it really is, all of a sudden that oh, my heart, oh, you came for me, oh, my tears. Like, I've literally had people cry in front of me. And I'm not saying that's the best way that I should have communicated these things, but I had to then become self-aware. And how do I really deliver that? Now, here's the thing. Some people, they told me, just give it to me straight. Other people, they didn't really ask for that. And so for my people who say, give it to me straight, and then you feel some type of way about it, I need you to look at the self-awareness within yourself, because you may not like direct feedback. But here's the thing. As you develop yourself, I'm thinking about my communication style. There are some people who are passive aggressive. That's going to beat around the bush. That's not really going to tell you what's going on. That's going to always, boost you up. Oh, you're doing great when you're really not doing great. That way you never kind of know where you stand inside of things. Understand that enhancing your communication style is going to get you to the next level. Because again, if you cannot communicate with people, if you can't drop a message on someone, articulate a message, convey a message to someone, that's step one, and they'll never quite go and do the thing that you need to do. You will lead from a place of almost kind of like dictatorship from there. So here's the second part. I need you to then start to learn different degrees of empathy. And that's what it was for me, right? I had to learn empathy on so many different levels, because I am the type of person that when things happen to me, I address it, I move forward, and I'm still moving. Everyone's not built like that. And you may even think to yourself and say, I'm also not built like that. I need to dwell on it for a little bit. I need to think about it. I need to assess the situation. I need to revisit it sometimes. You have to understand as a leader in this particular case that other people are thinking like this. See, we've moved to, and I'm just talking to my business people right now, right? We've moved to a status where people are working from home, people are working remotely. You may not have ever met your team in person. You may not have ever done anything face to face with anybody in your company. that you have to understand, and you have to start to put yourself in a position of what are the barriers these people could be dealing with. There are some people in the world that, I mean, it's the first time they get internet for some reason. There are some people who every single day, you know, they don't have processes in place to get ready for work. They don't have things, they don't have a routine in place every morning. So they're scrambling every single day on how to get things ready. It's partially their fault, but it's also partially our agenda to help these people understand these are the things that they need to fix. So it was understanding empathy, and I felt like I had a great degree of it, but you can always get better, right? You have some leaders who swing to one end that's just, I don't want to see your point of view. And then you have some other leaders, to be honest with you, this is a part that you don't want to be either, where it's just you're so empathetic that people just run over you. And you never want to be in that space. You never want to be in a space where people can just run right over you and your heart goes out to them and all this, all this stuff. And they're just taking advantage of you. You don't want to be on that side. But you also don't want to be on the side that you never see anybody else's point of view. So the next part is, and this is really big for me, is you're wondering and you're coming to me talking about, man, my team's not motivated. They don't want to do certain things. They don't want to take my advice. They don't have that drive inside themselves. And guess what? The hard truth is because you don't. You don't have the drive within yourself. You haven't built the wherewithal to get through certain things. You're still stuck on certain stuff. You wonder why they complain a lot. It's because you complain a lot. You wonder why they're not gung-ho to take on tasks. It's because you come back and you're not gung-ho to take on tasks. And so that's the particular piece where you have to address within yourself to understand how to invest time motivating and coaching people. Because if you don't do that, you are going to get a team that every single day you're going to play Russian roulette, and we don't know what we're going to get today. But if you know every single day, I can pull on these triggers, I can pull these levers, I can coach this person to feel like this intrinsically, every single day it starts to get better of who you're going to get every single day. Now, here's the next part. You need to, and this is the last part, I should say. You need to learn how to, as a leader, as a person, as someone in general that other people are looking up to or looking for advice to, or looking for, however you want to put that to yourself. You need to understand how to manage emotions, your mental wellness, your anxiety, your just betterment inside of yourself, right? You need to manage you. That means your mental and your physical health. See, a lot of times, especially lately, we are talking about our mental health and where we are mentally. But a lot of times, especially in business and people in corporate America and parents and all this other stuff, where we have people looking at us to come to the highest level or to come to the table at the highest level, we don't take care of us, right? And we're starting to shift the mental aspect to say, okay, we can get the therapies, we can talk it out, we can have the conversations, but then we neglect the physical side. Well, we're not eating the right foods, we're not moving our bodies, your body is use it or lose it. I'm sorry to tell you. If you haven't heard it before, your body is use it or lose it. So the minute you stop using certain parts of your body, the minute you stop pushing certain parts of your body is going to say, we don't need this. And so I need you to get across, right? So I need a balance between the two. I need you to get your mental in order, and I also need you to get your physical in order. That doesn't mean become a therapist, and it doesn't mean become a professional bodybuilder. It just means I need you to do, and this is my challenge for you before we get out of here, I need you to do one thing for each every single day. I need you to have something in place that's going to take care of your mental, and I'm going to have something in place that's going to take care of your physical. For me, that looks like going to the gym. For me, that looks like having conversations about how my day was. How do I reflect? Sometimes I'll like chronologically go through my day and say, okay, this is what happened. This is the movement that I could have done here, right? I'm going through mental reps like I used to be in football. The play is happening, and here's how I go about it. Now, when I'm really stressed, or I really have things on my mind, I have to talk it out with someone. So I'm going to find someone. I'm going to, get feedback from someone. I'm going to go to a loved one or something like that. And to be honest with you, I probably even need to do better and go to somebody's therapy. But I haven't done it yet. And that's me admitting it to it on the camera. So if I can do it, you can also do it. Is going to someone who can professionally help me in that area. Now, sometimes you don't need it. But I think at a certain level, when things start to pile up, you have to put those things in place. Now, here's the thing. I want you to compile all this. And as we get out of here, y'all don't have long left on this video. As we get out of here, I need you to put a system in place to where you take care of all of this stuff. Because if you just bounce around every single day and think about how do I reflect on my self-awareness, how do I get my communication skills better, how do I understand empathy more, how do I invest time in like motivating myself, how do I take care of my physical, man, Corey just dropped all this other stuff on me. I need you to create a system. And that doesn't mean that it has to be this like overbearing system. It doesn't mean it has to be this overbearing thing that you put in place and it's like the 37-step whatever each day that I have to do. No, I just want you to create a list of maybe 5 different things a day that you say, hey, look, if I do these things, it will encompass all of it. If maybe I wake up and I meditate, maybe I wake up, I read a book, maybe I have a genuine conversation with somebody today. Maybe I go to the gym. Maybe I have the conversation while I'm at the gym. Maybe I think about different ways and I reflect on what motivates me, what motivated me today, what motivated me this month, this year, what's a goal that I want to get. Talk to different people about how does my communication style come off? Am I landing that? Did I not land it? Those types of things, right? Understand where different people are coming from. Think about opportunities or situations that were brought to you for the day and say, okay, if I was in their shoes, how would I have handled that? And that's all you have to do to create the system for you to be able to get through that. Now, here's the thing. I need you to share this with somebody because I think this is very helpful. I need you to subscribe because there's a ton of y'all listening to these videos right now that haven't subscribed yet. And I need to get the followers up. I need more people to see this. So y'all just do me a favor, share it with somebody and click that subscribe button. Well, without further ado, this is the end of the video, and I continue to need y'all to be great today. I want you to take care of yourself. This is your Average Mindset Monday. We'll see you next week.